And so, but specifically with psychedelics, there was an experience in that ceremony, I think it was that one or the one before, where Justina was like singing the icaros, right? And she's and then like sit up, and right above her head, there's this blue, it looks like a fairy, like shoo, 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 like this, just through the sky. And it wasn't like a glow bug. It was like a real life kind of like orb, fairy blue light. And I was watching it and I was like, really trying to like, am I just tripping so hard? But it's so real. And I could see, and I wasn't seeing anything else, but I was just, everyone was sitting in the room, could see the candlelight, and I could see this while she was singing the echo, it would dance above her head. And then all of a sudden, sitting there, and it came right in front of my face, and then it disappeared again. And in that moment, I made a complete peace that I might have officially lost my mind, because it was so beautiful that I was at peace with that. I was like, you know what? This is real for me. If none of y'all can see this, then sorry about it. But this is my experience, and it's fucking magical. And I mean, since then, for me, like, without a shadow of doubt, magic is real. What it means to be human, we're tapping into like 5% of it. And the shamans, and specifically Justina, and what they are cultivating with the Icaros, and what they're really doing in the shamanic realm is so far beyond what our logical mind can even comprehend or grasp. But I'll just let that be real in my system. And even if no one else saw it, I'm at complete peace with that. So who knows? There is no the truth with a capital T, but there is out my lens and your lens, and we tell stories.
Real to you.
Well, I definitely questioned it. I question it all the time still. I'm just like, are those experiences real? And I feel like the fact that there is this thousands and thousands of years of reporting of people saying the same shit, it makes me feel like this is a dimension that we just don't see in our normal state of awareness. Like a dream, we don't recognize the dream world in our normal state of awareness, but through different methods, we can invoke these different states of consciousness. And that's obviously what these plants are doing. And people have been going to these inner worlds forever. But I remember like looking at this experience, all these spirits pulling themselves towards Justina, and just being like, I can't believe I ever doubted her. Like, I can't believe I ever doubted like any of the shamanic stuff, because like it's so undeniable right now in this moment that it's almost offensive that I doubted that this like shamanic world was not real.
Yeah. Or that.
Yeah. And also like, it makes sense to doubt it, right?
Yeah,
because if your like mental construct all the way up until this point has been just a certain way of operating, a certain way of living, then all of a sudden it flips on its head, then of course you're going to like filter through layers of doubt before then it like allows it to be permeated into your being of like, oh, there are many more dimensions than just meets the eye. It's like, you write an email and you type it out and then it sends, but like you don't see a letter fly out of the computer. But like there are other realms that are happening here that we just don't pick up with our five senses, which is actually the realm of truth, because our five senses can be very distracting, and then we can make up stories and we can label and define and judge and put away, but there's a frequency that's behind that we don't allow ourselves to tap into it, because we're so distracted with our five senses. So the medicine is an amazing way of amplifying our field to be able to tap into that extrasensory perception that is a superpower. We all have it, but most are not tapping into.
It's like this realm and its current state is trying to keep us away from that, right? Like in America, all psychedelics are illegal, but beer and liquor is everywhere. And I love what you said about like it, like this. You come back to reality, and you're like, what do you like? Was that real? This real? Like this is crazier than almost any trip. We are all in different parts of the world communicating through a screen, through a microphone. Like. Humans, real life is insane. Like, we're just used to it, but it's trippy as can be, right? Like,
yeah, like when a friend gets pregnant, I'm like, you have a human inside of your body. Like, what the fuck is happening? How is this so normal? Like, you have a Stargate Enterprise in between your legs, and it's a portal from one dimension to the next.
Yeah,
and you literally have a human inside of you. Like, what?
Pussy portal.
mean, like,
Shot out of
yeah,
a
the
dick cannon.
Yoniverse.
The
It's a
dick
whole
cannon.
universe in itself. Come on,
Cock
every single
cannon.
person on this planet came out of a woman, out of another human being. Like that, it's like straight out of a movie Alien and versus Predator. You know, it's like what?
Yeah. Thank you for listening to A Place for Humans podcast. My name is Dakota Wint, and you can listen to full episodes of A Place for Humans anywhere you listen to podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever. And please head over to Apple Podcasts and leave us a positive review. That really helps. Anyways, catch you next episode.
A Place for Humans.